Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're finally back with the Thunderbolts. It's been a long time since I haven't covered this series. We're going to cover Thunderbolts issues 48 and 49. Here we have the big build-up where the Thunderbolts are going to battle the government's Thunderbolts in issue 50. And in the issues prior to this, and in these two issues, we have the original Thunderbolts having to deal with the Scourge. This would be the second iteration of this character. Well, the first one is sort of complicated, but the thing is, this Scourge is gunning after the Thunderbolts, or ex-Thunderbolts, because he first starts off killing Baron Zemo. Then he seemingly kills Techno/Fixer. Then he puts a bullet in the brain of poor Jolt, a minor. She's an adolescent character who had joined the Thunderbolts, who had no villainous past in contrast to the other members of the Thunderbolts. So this story starts off, we have the Thunderbolts returning to their base of operations, Thunderbolt Mountain, when they discover that their whole base has been blown up because Atlas was seemingly killed by the Scourge, and that surprisingly Jolt has come back from the dead. So we have the team having to deal with these two contrasting situations that take place at the same time. They have to seek refuge. They can't obviously go back to the base because it doesn't exist anymore. There they get the lowdown of the existence of Scourge in the first place, and that he's been gunning after the Thunderbolts and previous members of the Thunderbolts, as I explained earlier. While all this is going down, we have this other team who's training with Citizen V. We get introduced to all these new characters that I sort of spoiled because they're going to be like the government's new Thunderbolts. We have this new Beetle that looks like a tank. I really love the design. Then we have this other character that seems sort of stretchy and in tune with the Dark Force dimension called the Smuggler. They actually get introduced during this training session to the new Meteorite. So then the story shifts back to the Thunderbolts who have been hunting down the Scourge. They have been able to follow him because since he uses pin particles to pull out all types of weapons from his battle armor, he sort of leaves residual pin particles all over the place, so that's how they have been able to follow him. So he has boarded a normal passenger flight when the Thunderbolts attack. It's probably one of the most irresponsible things that I've ever seen a superhero team do. And we have Hawkeye as a team leader thinking this is a good idea. He blows out the airliner's tires, then charcoal just rips off the roof with all the people inside. There could have been an insane amount of innocent people killed here in this whole situation, and obviously collateral damage. So what happens is the Thunderbolts are able to take down Scourge pretty easily, and we get the Scooby-Doo moment where they pull off his mask and discover, bam, 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 it's Captain America. And the team is like, this can't be true, and they take off Captain America's mask, and bam, 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 it's actually Steve Rogers. But after a lot of infighting amongst the members of the Thunderbolts because of the situation, they pull off a third mask, and it's Jack Monroe, and a lot of people would say, who the hell is this guy? He's Nomad. He used to be Captain America's sidekick during the 1980s. And he was the Bucky of the 1950s Captain America. And he had his own ongoing series in the 90s, which I only have one issue to. It's sort of an anticlimactic reveal because he's not tied to any of the members of the Thunderbolts in the first place. But when you see his costume, you do see the clues there. It's sort of obvious that it's possibly Nomad once you know it's Nomad in the first place. But the thing is that the Thunderbolts discover from Nomad himself that Hawkeye lied to the team because way back when he became the team leader, he told the Thunderbolts, look, if we stay on the straight and narrow, I'll get presidential pardons for everyone. But Clint knew very early on that this wasn't the case. And the Thunderbolts are just astounded that Scourge is actually sanctioned by the government. So we discover with Nomad because everyone thought he was dead in the first place. But the thing is, he had not died. Someone from S.H.I.E.L.D. had found him. They brainwashed him. He's being mind controlled. And we get the big reveal at the end of the issue who's holding his leash. And it's Henry Peter Gyrick. And I just love to hate this character. But it's sort of odd because he's acting like a straight out villain. He's always sort of an antagonist to heroes, but not a villain. Here he is a straight up mastermind into killing off all these characters. But this will be answered in issue 50 and in a Citizen V miniseries that we're also going to cover. So I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.